Okay, so in this question you've got an amortisation table, which is basically like the balance sheet that the bank would give you to show you the different like payments that you've made. So you've got payment zero, which basically means before the loan's even begun, and then you've got all the payments after that. And the balance of the loan means how much is left owing. So at the beginning of the loan, obviously it's 4,000 because nothing's been paid off yet. So the loan's been repaid over 2 years with 8 quarterly payments. The principal of the loan means the starting value of the loan, V0 effectively, which is the top number here. So V0 is 4,000. You should always write your numbers like as a proper dollars answer because it's a finance question. What's the quarterly payment? They're always the same. The way they work out loans is as long as there's no changes that are going to happen, they can work out the payment at the beginning and then it just stays the same the whole time. And the idea is that even though you pay off, the amount that gets paid off varies because the interest rate has a different impact each month as the loan goes down. That's why they call it reducing balance. Overall, you can keep the payments exactly the same. So the payment every time, or the common difference, is $557.85. How much interest is paid from payment 1? So payment 1, they're charging the most amount is $100. It goes down every time because the balance of the loan is going down. So it's $100 in the first payment. What's the principal repaid in payment 2? So the principal repaid is the difference always between the payment and the interest. So if you get the payment and you minus the interest, that's how much the principal reduction is. Because it's like the amount that you're taking off your balance. So that's the 469.30. What is the balance of the loan after payment 3 is made? So payment 3, at the end of payment 3, the balance is that. So it's almost like a storyline along the row. You've got your payment being made, then you've got your interest being charged. So that's the reduction, and so you then go from that to that. What must the final payment for the loan to be fully repaid after 8 quarters? So you can see here that because of rounding, because everything's rounded to 2 decimal place, there's sometimes a little bit of leftover. So what you need to do is you need to work out the exact amount of the final payment every time. So the final payment often differs from the other payments. And so if we look at this, we've got $544 owing, and the interest on that is $13.61. So if you add those two together, that would give us the amount that in total that you'd need to pay in that last month, which is obviously falling short a little bit. So this is how much they're going to overall want, 558.06. Okay, and so instead of paying 557.85, we have to pay an extra little bit there. And it's actually just 17 cents more, which you can see as the leftover there. So the answer is 558.02. Okay, next it asks us about the interest rate. So a quarterly interest rate is the interest charged each quarter. So the way you work that out is as a fraction of the previous balance. So remember that the way that you get this number here is from this number here, by timesing that by the rate. So V0 times the rate over 100 gave us $100. So that's 4,000 times this gave us 100. This is the quarterly rate now this time. So you can quite quickly see that that's 2.5%. So it would be 10% if it's 400, so it must be 2.5%. But you can just do an algebra solve for this, and that will give you R equals 2.5. And so R must be 2.5%. That's quarterly. So annual, you would realise is timesing that by 4 because there's 4 of those in a quarter. The other way of working it out, so the answer would be 10%, if that's 2.5%. The other way of working it out is with a solve, and realising that 4,000 times r over 100x, remember where x is 4, equals 100, and then solve that. And that will work out r equals 10. So there's two kind of ways to get into that answer, either by using common sense, thinking, well, there's 4 of them in every year, or by using the solve formula with the x in there. And now they want you to determine A, B, C, and D, and E, sorry. So this is where you have to use those figures that you've just gained. So for working out A, for example, you're going to use the quarterly rate of 2.5% on that balance there. To work out B, you're going to work out the difference of the the payment and the interest. So it's that one minus that one, and that gives you the principal reduction. So let's do those really quickly. So first of all, 2.5 over 100 times the balance of 2591.83 gives us $64.78. Sorry, $64.80 actually. So that's A. B, we're going to do 557.85 take away 52.47. 557.85 minus 52.47. 505.38. So that's the difference of those two, because remember, you pay that off and then they charge you that interest. So the difference gives you how much the principal goes down. For C, we need to work out the new balance here. So if it goes down by this amount, let me just rub out some of these workings. If it goes down by 518 in that quarter, then that number will reduce by that amount. So we've got 1593.39 take 518.02, and that reduces to 175.37. So 1075.37. Part D, this is going to need the quarterly interest rate again from the answer we got in C. So I'm going to carry that answer through now, and I'm going to times it by 2.5 over 100. So it's going to be $64. Hang on, what? No. There we go. It's 26.88. Okay, and lastly, E. That's the difference again between this one and D. Okay, so we're going to go, all right, 557.85, take 26.88. 530.97 dollars. Okay, so that's how an amortization table works. It basically just breaks up every calculation step by step. So you've got your payment that comes off the loan, interest gets added on the loan, so the difference, it gives you the principal reduction, and you use the principal reduction to work out the new balance every time. But you've got to remember that the interest is getting calculated from the previous month's or previous payment's balance, so by a factor of R, and in this case R is a quarterly number.